Hey guys, we just got to Timms Hill County Park. This is the trailhead for Timms Hill, the highest point in the state of Wisconsin at 1,951 feet. This is the 39th highest U.S. state high point. It is only a 300-yard walk up to the summit from here, but there are more trails at this park. You can hike in from farther out if you'd like. There are the trail maps for the area, and they have a pretty nice park here. And starts the trail up to the top starts right here. We just had lunch right there at that picnic area. There's a playground back in the back. That's a trail that circles the summit. You can see there's a couple other families out here having lunch. It's a really nice quiet park and pretty drive on the way up here, and we are headed up to the top.
Gotta go through it.
There's the observation tower at the summit, almost there. Here's a look around the summit area. Observation tower right at the summit, and a lookout tower right behind it. Olivia's signing the summit register. Ethan's already taken off up the observation tower. Looks a ways up from here. This wooden one definitely seems to be the actual observation tower. Over here you have the metal tower that is like a lookout tower with communication on top of it, and it looks a little more rickety, so I'm gonna follow Ethan up here to the top. It's pretty windy up here, but the actual structure seems pretty sturdy. Reminds me of the one at Mount Davis or Davis Mountain, Pennsylvania High Point, except this tower here is definitely more sturdy than that. And there's Ethan up at the top. He wanted to chunk his football down to his brother. Caden and Olivia hanging out down at the bottom. They don't like the towers, but great views from up here.
This is definitely the highest tower.
You can see now that we're up here closer, there's no floor in the lookout tower. So you could make it up to that landing right there, no problem, and then just hang out from there. But looking down, great 360-degree views. We got a beautiful day. Looking all the way around. That little restaurant or coffee shop's what I think it is, called Hill of Beans. We passed it on our way in. That may be a good option for you, looking for somewhere local to stop at. And this is the top of the tower, not a lot to it. You could maybe fit 12 or 15 people up here. It's quite a ways up here. You can see Caden and Olivia down there. Even Caden ended up coming up to the top with us.
Except Mom. Mom, it's not very scary.
Olivia never made it, but like I said, this is not their thing. They enjoy coming to the high points, but not up on the towers. So the USGS markers over here under the metal tower. On top of this, we got our picture we always get. There's the survey benchmark, and there's actually quite a few. Ethan thinking about going up this tower, even though we told him he's not. There's actually been quite a few mosquitoes up here. It's really buggy, even way more than Mount Arvon at Michigan we were at last night. All right, so at 1,951 feet, Timm's Hill, Wisconsin's highest point, is the 39th highest U.S. state high point, and that is our 30th U.S. state high point as a family. So we are 3/5 of the way done. Our next state high point is going to be the Illinois state high point, which is Charles Mound. We'll be there in a few days for their open weekend. Charles Mound's only opened a few weekends a year, and so we planned this entire high pointing road trip around being there on a certain day that we could do Charles Mound. So our next one will be number 31, Charles Mound, and this has been Timm's Hill. We are at the highest point in the state of Wisconsin.